Oh yeah, I figured Naibai would probably go home with Mob.
Did you say Faraji was going with the other Stafuyu's place?
Yeah.
I thought so.
And yes, Naibai would hang out with Mob.
They get to wake up to since Mob told them that therapist said that they have to eat healthy. So it's turkey bacon, wheat pancakes, and 0 sugar syrup. With unsweet tea.
People put sugar in their syrup?
It's pretty much sugar to begin with.
Sugar!
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Like, wait, hang on a second.
If you buy any syrup from Walmart that doesn't say no sugar or low sugar, it's got sugar in it.
Because remember, MSG is deadly.
Yeah, the thing that's literally found in most life forms and foods that you naturally eat. No MSG! Monosodium, listen to that name. Monosodium glutamate.
Singular sodium glucose. Does that sound familiar to you?
I'll glue to your mate.
Boy.
Dihydrogen monoxide. You will die if you consume it.
100% of beings that have consumed dihydrogen monoxide have died.
So
Wait a minute.
Here's the funny
Ain't that
thing.
water?
There you go.
Here's the funny thing, though.
Wait a minute.
Oxygen is constantly reacting with your body, and some scientists think it's just a really, really slow combustion process.
It is. Oxidation is
Pretty much, yeah.
combustion.
Like, I saw something about that too. It's like they're beings made of living fire.
They drink rocket fuel. We do not go to the death planet. Be careful where you refill your fuel reserves. You might end up with some bacteria in there. That bacteria might turn into life.
And then in a few million years, you got humans, and that's a whole other fucking problem. They'll start making rallies and setting things on fire when they discover it. Oh, and the incest.
Yeah, this destroyed Black Lotus is $600.
Alternative, get a fucking job.
Fuck that, guy. I'm not paying $600 for a fucking card.
Like,
not paying any amount of money for a piece of fucking cardboard.
I'm saying, I met some Chinese dudes on Discord in a group that can make some really authentic knockoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I will word it when I'm selling it, but I'm selling you a card of this type, not an original. So, how do we start the morning off? Who gets stabbed?
Ah, that's enough dinner. Spaghetti's good, but small portions.
Carbo loading.
It's not even the carbs. I could eat an entire package of spaghetti. It's the fucking sauce I made for it. It's so fucking thick.
Just like the fops.
I gotta do something to try and eat less.
White hips. I'm like this. I have a music for everything almost now. Almost.
Every sea in Pacific Ocean is pronounced differently.
It's almost like it's a different language used as a base for our continuous use. Weird. It's almost like it's the antithesis to French, which refuses to pronounce most of their letters. Fucking baguettes.
Oh, no.
Wah, wah, wah. Su, 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 and su. It's super. Stefano?
Did
Je
people
mange
really
la
not
poire.
think that wasn't bullshit
What?
when they're trying to learn French? Did they really just be like, yeah, no, that's okay, that makes sense. It's a different language, it's fine. Not like, wait, there's literally no structure here, and what structure there is there that doesn't make any sense. Why do some letters have the hat, but it doesn't change the pronunciation?
For probably the
tell you right
same
now.
reason English has silent letters, because people were pompous and wanted to go, yes, this letter here, for no reason other than I said so.
Two
Yeah, that
reasons.
makes sense.
Pompous and another way to piss off the English.
Well, it works! It's bullshit!
That was its point.
It's a joke that went too far.
French is the only language with 13 words for surrender, and only one of them means surrender. The other ones are just sarcastic little fucking comments like the heckler in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Of course I am French. Why else would I have this atrocious accent?
Why do I have this outrageous accent? Such a good movie.
It's fucking stupid, but yeah.
It is, but it's a great stupid movie.
I think the reason I love the Tis But a Scratch is because like that was Ryan Reynolds' definite inspiration for I think I want to say first Deadpool, I think it was, where he got both of like his fucking arms fucking broke and shit. You ever hear about the one-legged man in the ass kicking contest?
Yeah, two-time world champion. Dude, I'm telling you, they can use those like single, like those forearm cuff crutches, and they can do some crazy shit with them.
So you start your morning off because you went to sleep. Start your morning off comfy. You're not eating breakfast in either house. Well, actually, that's not true. Mom's household's already eating breakfast, but Fuyu's, they're very lazy there.
They probably
Everyone
get
except
lazy.
Fuyu is lazy. It's weird. You're sleeping on the floor technically, but you're like sleeping on these little short beds, but they're so soft.
Did you say that Fuyu was lazy?
No, he's the only one who's not lazy. He's already awake.
He's the only one that's not lazy. Okay.
Or a breakfast drink. Oh, and his guest.
It's the breakfast liqueur.
No, that's not what he's drinking. That's what one of his guests is drinking. Breakfast liqueur. It's a breakfast liqueur. It's gin. Breakfast liqueur.
Just trying not to sound like an alcoholic.
Listen. You know the beautiful thing about it? As long as we're socially drinking, that keeps me from being an alcoholic.
Well, honestly,
It's not
though.
alcoholism, it's social drinking.
Got a point.
They were his idea. The crunch wraps were his idea. You can take the American out of the America, but you can't take the America out of the American.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have no idea how much Ivy appreciates an old taste of home.
Oh yeah, I've been enjoying it. I like coming here and appropriating all the culture. Fucking wonderful. That's Ricky's job, to appropriate culture far and wide.
Oh my god,
Assuming
fucking
everyone-
Lowe's already has Christmas trees out.
It's not
Yeah.
even.
We're
Oh,
already
leather outside,
eggnog.
strike one.
October has
No.
been lost.
They're just wait. Give it a few years, and they're just going to try to get rid of October and November. They're just going to try to cut those out of the calendar entirely because they're not marketable.
Halloween's not marketable. Fuck off.
Spooky,
Yeah, I know, right?
spooky.
Fuck yourselves.
An excuse to dress up and act like an idiot? How is that not marketable?
Right?
It might only be one day out of the year, but I mean, like, candy though.
Yeah. Candy sales would go through the roof. Costume sales. Makeup sales. Stupid shit sales. Pumpkin sales.
Ah, yes.
Not pumpkin spice, pumpkins.
Pumpkin. Okay, pumpkin spice is nice, but fuck off.
It doesn't have
I
to
like
go in everything.
pumpkin spice because it tastes like, like spice cupcakes and stuff.
Yeah.
But not because of the pumpkin, but because of the
The
tasty
spice.
spice.
But it doesn't have to go in everything. We don't
No,
need pumpkin spice flavored mayonnaise,
Please tell
which
me
is
that's
a
not
thing. It is.
No. Why pumpkin spice mayonnaise? That sounds disgusting.
Why butter flavored soda?
Okay, butter though is
Pumpkin
it's
spice
good,
butter
but
flavored
it's
soda.
subtle.
I had forgotten about that until you brought it up.
Yay! Agony.
It seems like Twitter has completely forgotten that I block every single advertiser.
Oh, I do too. Every single one
Same.
that comes across, just like, bye bye. Nobody likes it.
I block every advertisement like I can to try and get the really obscure, interesting ones. Like I want shit like I want like Indian ads offering me like fucking free like Tamil readings or some shit like that. I want some really obscure fucking nonsensical holistic bullshit. I don't
Yeah.
want like Apple, Android, Apple, Xbox.
PlayStation!
Have you heard about this new thing called Walgreens?
See,
No.
the thing about PlayStation is they don't run that many ads most of the time because they know they're better than Xbox.
They don't have to.
Xbox-
People know about PlayStation.
Well, to be fair, people know about Xbox too. Just not in the East, because, like, they have a 2% market share over there.
Yeah, and they deserve less everywhere. They suck.
I mean, to be fair, the PS5 when it came out didn't catch on fire for the first 3 months like the rest of the
Yeah.
Well, another thing is, PlayStation and Xbox need each other to function, because as soon as PlayStation pulled ahead of Xbox, they got lazy, and they stopped giving their fan base what they actually needed to have, like, functioning games, like crossplay, for example.
Yeah, they had no pressure or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whereas Nintendo just kind of does their own thing.
Nintendo's at constant
Nintendo
strife
does.
with themselves.
Yeah,
Alright, so we're gonna move on from this, but
Yeah.
moral of the story, Nintendo has fuck you money.
pretty
Yeah,
much,
They got
yeah.
that old fuck you money.
They only
literally
have
have
to
more
slap
money
a
than
red hat on something and it sells millions.
I hate how accurate that is.
Even if
Most
it's
of the
just a
board.
red hat.
Fuck you, I would buy a Mario hat.
I would too.
Oh yeah. Wow,
Moving on.
Luigi.
I'm gonna kick both of you in the taint.
Games Workshop, please, please, please don't sue me for this. Brother, I am pinned here.
There's a bunch of
I want to
cunts.
poop the snoot. Brother, you must resist. I am failing, brother.
Not to be snoot. No.
Wait, no, hold on. Like, I got something for this. Give me a second. I made it like a while ago, and I never used it. Just
Your robot voice.
Huh?
ugh.
Who's yelling into a 55-gallon drum in a hallway? There it is.
Brother, you must go on without me. No, I cannot leave you. Takes off helmet, already turning into a furry. Brother, you must go! Ah! Recoils in terror.
So that is extremely close. If you turn down the reverb a little bit, it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
I just imagine the commander just fiddling with his box unit. Those big old fingers.
Big fingers, tiny dial.
A little more. It's almost there. So close.
Stop laughing. Not funny. Didn't laugh.
Shut. Can we move on? Can we move on, please?
No, bring him further.
There you
He
go.
just muted himself. There it is.
At the end there, dude. Did I get it in there? I couldn't tell.
It was very close.
It's very hard to make that without, getting sued. There's your monthly shit post sponsored by Games Workshop. Been a month since about a month. I don't know if the room sizes go up and the mixes go down. The mixes go up and the room sizes go down. Anyways.
Room size is echo, mix is equalization.
True.
Buy a Ridge wallet, sponsored by Raid Shadow.
Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? Buy a Ridge wallet?
Protect the Ridge wallet with NordVPN and Surfshark.
And
Save money on all this with honey.
Don't forget to join Dollar Shave Club.
Don't forget. Don't forget to buy a jetpack. Okay, can we please move on before I die?
Continue. You just don't forget the humongous Terminator daddies.
No! Please, no.
Ah, the snark.
The snark.
The snark.
That's it. You killed him. I think they muted themselves.
Just dying candy cane noises. God. That's something you're gonna have to tweak on later, just to see
Yeah.
how perfect you can get it. Because
Oh,
it's really good.
Just imagine a Death Knight performing like haiku.
Please, I beg you, can we please move on before I throw up?
Aw, alright, let's move on. Don't forget to turn the mod off so we can understand you.
I'm sure there was something about Jagatai-Con in there.
Oh my
that we
god, it
just
still was on there.
It was.
I completely forgot.
It's back
I'm
on.
back.
What did
How
you
do I sound?
do?
I'm back
You
in
sound-
I'm in normal again?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, did you forget it was on?
Oh, anyway, there I was.
No.
Why does it sound like Lucius?
Oh yeah, but Derek, this is like
I sound insane.
Oh God, you sound like.
Why'd I say it sounds like Lucius?
it doesn't sound like Lucius.
Sounds like
Which
Lucius to me.
Which Lucius?
It's from TTS.
Yeah, no, like, see, this is how we tell, like, when you say Lucius, I think Lucius Malfoy.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the first Lucius I think of.
Yeah. Sorry.
it doesn't sound anything like that, Lucius.
Well, no, I know. I can do that really easy. I'm a douchebag. No.
No. Potter, it's Leviosa. Oh, moving on.
What's Fion gonna do?
The more times you say it, the less effective it becomes.
He's currently eating now, yes?
Yes. The smoked pork loin sandwich.
Oh,
Oh, that sounds
yummy.
nice.
Well, he's gonna talk with his mom some, see how everything's going at the bar and the business and all.
To be fair, the only one that you're gonna get words out of is Lionel, because Janai is not wasting time consuming large quantities of mammal flesh.
What is she consuming then?
Large quantities of mammal flesh in the form of her sandwich, which is a lot larger than yours. She made it herself.
Yeah.
Them high protein diets.
Muscles gotta be paid for somehow.
So, how have things been at the tavern? Hope everything's going well. Just Alana. Oh, everything's gone fine, dear. You know, business as usual. Every once in a while we get some jackass that'll try to come and ruin things, or the annual inspections. Oh, you can't put those there. You can't put those there next to those things. It's not healthy. What do you mean? We mix them together anyways.
Sums it up.
You still got the voice mod on.
Oh, God damn it. No, I'm leaving it.
Oh no.
You're leaving the helium voice on?
That sums it up. Oh, wait, what's this one do?
Oh no.
Yep, that's Echoes.
No. This is Echoes.
That's awful.
I know Alana.
Okay, I think I'm hitting hotkeys is what's going on.
Have it.
Let
But-
me disable hotkeys.
and feeling some. Ma, I do have something to ask you real quick before you go off to the forge. Is there any chance that you could forge something for Naibai out of the orichalcum she's got?
That's gonna take her a minute to think on.
Also, Matt, do you have do you have that old recipe book that you had? I think I've got it somewhere in my room. I'd have to dig through and maybe look for it. But I'll do that later tonight. Because we've got to go and open the tavern before people get rowdy. Oh, you're 2 minutes late opening. I'm hungry. I need me a drink. Ah, shut up, you drunks. You're here every day. You're gonna get your drinks.
Someone that doesn't even do the bookkeeping. You like to bitch about it a lot.
What? You, hon, you know I'm not that good with numbers.
I love Jania's responses. They're very short, and they do that shit with their ears, like you know, pretending that they didn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm. But I'm sure that our boy wouldn't mind helping you out in the forest some more.
Yeah, I'm like,
Besides,
you okay
I
there?
think he's taken. You alright there?
I think
Just
your
sneeze.
nose okay?
Yeah, you
You
okay?
Just allergies.
Well, it
Oh.
sounded like you fucking ricocheted there.
Still?
Like I can hear your head move. You get whiplash? You good?
I'm good.
Okay,
Okay.
pretty rough. All right, continue, please.
You know, I think our boy can help you out more in the forge today. It wouldn't do him some harm to get some work in, get him a little more muscle in them arms. Ah, you know I'm right. Shh. And besides, I saw how you were looking at those Oni. Ma! What?
Penis, let him use it. Calm voice burps like a man. Are you done down there? Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
I'll be right back.
My body, it just like it will interrupt as much of the session as it wants to make sure it feels like it can continue.
Yeah.
It could be a life or death situation. Like, okay, the bleeding is getting worse. It's becoming pro. Okay, we're good. All right, it's becoming profuse.
Oh. So, what is the maid's name?
That's a good question. Apparently, it's Tianthi.
Yonfi?
All right, no, I'm just. Fun fact: that's apparently Tianthi is apparently one of the
Tianti.
original T. You don't say T. What is it with
Tianfi.
white people in excluding entire letters because they think that's how it's said? Pronounce all the letters in a foreign language unless specifically told otherwise.
Tianthi?
There you go. Or Tiffany. That would also work because Tianthi is believed to be like one of the origin words of Tiffany, and Tiffany is just a mistranslation from an old ass fucking scholar.
Fionn would thank her for the food.
Just said it was her.
Is it?
I know dudes named Tiffany. I'm not even fucking lying about this. It's
Now,
fucking
is
wild.
it a dude or a chick?
Oh, it's a chick. It's female.
Okay.
I think female, but
It's a
it looks like-
Theophany.
But seriously though, I know like it's fucking wild to fucking know people named Tiffany, like dudes named Tiffany is like, man, your daddy must have been pissed. Either that or it's like, you know what, fuck it, he needs to be tough.
Well,
Tiffany.
he would thank them for the food.
Bitch, it ain't 2021 here. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god!
It's okay, we get it. You're balding racist by choice.
Racist!
That fucking me.
American by birth, balding, racist by choice.
Oh my god, yeah, it's hilarious. I'm gonna put this over here where the Ant Scouts haven't achieved to reach yet.
Mhm.
Yes. Alright, so that's your breakfast. I'm assuming, because I know Beatrice, she wants to just lie in bed and sleep.
Slump.
I mean,
That
That's
is
mostly-
probably a good portion of it, but
That's
I'm
probably-
sure she's also quite hungry.
Yeah, that's probably because Sin is there and he's also naked. So there's incentive to not move.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of incentive for her.
You got Sin, who's just very handsome but doesn't, like, flaunt it. And then you got Faraji. Bitch, I'm adorable. That is the conversation that thus will awake Sin outside the door from a passing group. As he hears Faraji saying he's adorable and gets concerned. I'm awake. I'm awake.
Beatrice is kind of looking at the door. What is he up to out there?
Oh, who knows? That gentleman guest apparently brought a lot of his own serving girls with him, so he's probably chasing tails.
That makes sense.
That's your brother. You would know them the most, I suppose. Ah.
Yeah, it does check out, really.
mhm.
Sen can't help but give a boot to the belly.
Maybe
Oh, let's see, is she ticklish? She is quite ticklish, apparently. So she's going to be very squirmy and adorable.
no.
Oh. He'll have his fun with that and decide, it's time for breakfast. Sen feels very at home here. I mean, aside from being his home.
It does make sense.
They've already provided you all with your own robes to wear.
Ooh.
Man, all the rich people have been giving you clothes. And then promptly getting you beaten up. Wait, there's a pattern forming here.
Wait, speaking of clothes, where's Auntie Selene?
That's a good question. At their house.
She's got her own house?
Yeah, it's not here.
Okay.
She's off in the...
Jump scare the kitty.
She occasionally comes back, but right now she's off in the Middle East in her own home.
Okay.
I say home. It's a... Selene sort of spoiled herself. Man servant.
Why are they all wearing knee socks? What is this?
They are! So it's a very interesting place for weary travelers to stop and rest. They get concerned when they only request that they wear knee.
Knee socks. Knee socks for Nissan.
And Theon suddenly has a pain in his abdomen for no reason at all.
Oh,
Nah, I'm
just-
messing with you. That's Shadow.
Shadow just sitting at the house. Oh, no.
You said that it wouldn't hurt in the morning, so I did it. Your fault.
No, it's not from that. I don't know what it's from. Oh.
Maybe the world just hates you.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't be a
I'm so-
bad guy. Be like my boy. Polite.
Wait, hold on. What did I do? Shadow just. What did I do?
Anyways, leave Shadow in suspense for a moment. I guess Noro will eventually have to go wake Kevin up.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was my-
definitely.
No, he's not gonna bully him awake. He's just gonna actually try and gently wake him up. Damn it. Hoping that he would throw cold water on him or something.
Mm. Just half conscious noodle noises. What? Why?
Morning. It's morning. Not everyone is drunk
Oh,
or hungover.
oh, God. Whoever they are, tell them that's a good thing. He kind of pulls the blanket up over his head.
We have to wake.
Yeah, why? Fine. Fine. Mm. Kevin, he just kind of sits up, the blanket still draped over top of him. Just, did you have to clap your hands? Why do I have to pay for my mistakes? Can't someone else do it for me?
Yes.
Forgive me the consequences of my actions.
Well, if it isn't the invisible cunt. All right. So,
What did Siri do to Shadow last night?
don't worry about it.
She put it in his butt, didn't she?
What do you think he's?
I mean,
anyways.
Yes.
Nora will help Kevin actually wake up and dress in his own kimono. Comfy, white, and predominantly red with little stripes of pink.
You know, these things are always really pretty, but I still never figure out how to put them on properly.
It's simple. You slide your arms in like this. You pull one side over like this, one side over like this. You grab these little pieces of fabric here. You slide like this, slide under, slide through, tie, and you're comfy. And then you pinch it up or loosen it with the pulling of the inner part here, depending on how much slack you want.
That. Oh, no one ever explained that. I'm surprised no one ever yelled at me for getting it wrong.
The people from the Far East are usually extremely polite to guests. But they talk a lot of shit when you're gone, though. Nora was also wearing a similar kimono. Conversely, all the women have an inverse secondary color, though, and it's white, predominantly pink with red. Has what looks like little nimbus clouds kind of flowing. The best way I can describe it, Dirk, is think of like the guiding winds in Tsushima. That kind of wind style.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
It's really pretty and absolutely awful for the ecology because holy fuck, that's going to make a lot of tornadoes.
Right? Welcome back. You know, even if it does make a bunch of tornadoes, who really cares? It's fictitious Japan.
Okay, this is here.
Japan doesn't exist.
Yes, for once I returned from the ether. I don't even know how long anymore. It's like the G-Man. I'm like, I'm at work in some parallel world, and then I come here, I'm like, oh, it's been that long.
Oh, who dis?
This,
That's an old part of me.
yeah, they haven't been here in 5 months.
Shit, longer than
Yeah.
that?
That's as far
I
back as
really
my
only
memory goes.
exist if there's like a voice chat going on or there's some game happening.
There's always a game happening.
Every Friday and Sunday, man.
For like
Shit.
2 years.
More than that.
Y'all remember when Nina existed?
Mhm.
Once upon a time, in a land far away, motherfuckers used to show up for the session each day. But now, because of porn, they are forlorn and lost to the ways of learning to sit down and shut the fuck up. Sit there and let me berate you for 2 hours. That's how this works.
Who's being berated?
Let's see who's being berated today.
Probably
So
Shadow.
background characters. Oliver, the Guildmaster, is being berated. Randall is berating Randall, but that's nothing new. Sebastian is berating literally every other mage lord because they all collectively have a hangover except the one who's supposed to watch for extraterrestrial threats or extra dimensional and such. There's currently the Dreamer is in a dungeon berating his victim who is very, very close to slipping into unconsciousness and awakening. Let's see who else is currently being berated. And the Traveler is being berated.
Wait a second, did you say only one Mage Lord is functional right now?
They're all functional, just they all got drunk to celebrate a successful mission carried out. Except the one that they need to never get drunk, you know, the Divination Mage Lord who sits there and watches for all of the major threats.
The one that watches all eternities, yeah.
Yeah.
And probably young because she was probably not drinking so much as just
No, she was
banging her
drinking.
wife.
It just wasn't, yeah, it wasn't liquor. It was liquid. My wife with the giant.
She's not hungover, but she's probably sleepy.
Fucking Gloria. Gloria. Wake up, eat, fuck, work out, sleep. That's what Gloria's doing, is just doing her morning 180 pull-ups.
My arms just broke.
Muscle
Do
ups,
it?
not pull ups. Muscle ups.
Yoan is probably just laying there in her giant fox form, just watching.
Because she's naked. Probably. I love that at the start of the campaign they were giving Beatrice shit for dressing scantily, and Gloria was completely topless while giving that said like that's very unladylike advice.
Well, Yoan was kind of reserved about that her appearance. I think you could say.
Oh.
You're not going out in that, are you?
You're a McDonald's, not a whore. Sorry. Bro, how bad you gotta be fucked up that your parents call both your last names? Oh god. It's worse. It's worse
What?
than just like having your last name called, because all you motherfucking kids got like 2 last names from the marriage traditions of this world. So like you're getting both last names called, so you are 100% certain it is in fact your ass. Like in our world, it could be like Jeffrey Smith. It's like, hey, you named Smith? Yeah. What's your name? Jeremy Smith. Okay. So you can be like, there's like a 50-50, like, oh, you were actually talking to me. I thought you were talking to Jeremy here. His last name is Smith. But like, no, like, fucking Lanai Yasane is like, shit. It's like, who the fuck else got Lanai Yasane as their last name?
Just Fion Lanai Sane! I am going to die.
You are fucking dead if both last names get called.
It's just like, I am going to die. Please don't do anything stupid at my funeral.
At that moment, he realized he fucked up.
I could just see it. Just, Faraji, please don't do anything dumb at my funeral. I am going to die.
Meanwhile, in Faraji land, that's what I've called his mindscape. By the way, it's Faraji land.
It worked.
So, I think this would probably be the children's first time meeting Ricky, and she who should not be named, because apparently
no,
she's taking on a
at
Voldemort-like
the museum.
experience. Oh yeah, that's right.
And Ricky
Apparently she has
was overjoyed to see that Beatrice use the big Ken.
Yes, because the Big Ken is awesome. Hello, he thinks it's comical that he just named it the Big Ken. He's there to, and then there was the time Shadow kept freaking out because I bumped into 1,100 pounds of explosives. Pansy ass. It's just fucking trinitrotoluene.
That's not something you bump into every day.
You probably shouldn't give a guy from Queens and shit that much explosives.
You shouldn't give a guy from Queens any explosives.
Yay.
What about an evil bastard from Jersey? I imagine that's not good either.
Ricky
Especially
says
Jersey.
he's from Boston, but he kind of sounds like this all the time, so you don't know where he's at. He's just kind of in the spectrum. I am the East Coast. It's a wicked bad idea. I mean, if you guys listen to him, he did always say harbor when he was talking about, the harbor at his old
Yeah, he
house.
did.
Harbor. What? Harbor. Fucking Massachusetts bastard. Bostonian. I'm sorry, but Bostonian sounds like an insult. Almost as much as Vermontian.
So what was that one place that the accent? Was it Baltimore or something?
What is with people from Seattle and saying tars when they mean tires?
I don't know. I thought that
What?
was more of an Eastern.
What, tires?
No, not tires. Tires.
A
Tires.
tire.
Tires. Like, how the fuck? Anyways.
I remember my grandma used to my grandma used to say things like Sunday, Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Fucking old people.
And she was from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bit of an accent.
The Midwest, I don't understand that part of the country. It's like, how can you be this close to Denver and yet this far from Denver? So, childrens, you have to understand that Ricky is kind of just there. And he did bring a lot of their serving girls with him. Because he doesn't go anywhere without his entourage, which comprises almost entirely of foxwomen.
All in knee socks?
What? No. That's the Churros thing. Putting everything in knee socks.
Yeah.
I don't know why that role is like one of her quirks. Is she just really likes the sight of people wearing knee socks. It doesn't even have like a leg fetish. It's just specifically knee socks. Would anyone like to make conversation? Or just sit here and, stare at Fuyu and Eri and Ricky, who are having their own delightful conversation? And then there's Ivy there, eating a crunch wrap.
I keep forgetting that they were eating crunch wrap.
Yeah, that's what the dice decided that Ricky cooked, and Ricky made crunch wraps. And for some reason, he got Doritos from somewhere, even though they don't exist in this world. But they do now.
Probably made them. They're not that hard.
This is Ricky. He will fucking. I mean, the dude, like, we have to put this into perspective. The man is so determined that when Erie said they wanted to visit another world for vacation, he figured out how to go to another fucking reality or another realm.
Are they still on the same vacation, or is this a separate one?
This is the same vacation. They're going all across the continents. They're vacationing on every continent.
And the Mage Lords are okay with this?
Well,
What are they gonna do? Stop them?
I mean, they realistically could probably stop them, but when like they actually, asked them and had a polite conversation, a talk between Titans that realized that they harbor zero malicious intent and they just are literally there to vacation. It's not a time to invade. It's not a time to fight. They've had enough. They're in their
They're
older
relaxing.
years. It's just time for them to take them time to take in the sights of lands abroad. But when you've been all over your own world, you want to find somewhere else.
This is gonna be their summer home.
I mean, I can see it.
They got a bunch of friends there already.
Yeah, Fuyu's literally a lord.
Mhm.
Fucking freaky. I'm telling you, Chipotle. Good idea. Invest in it now. That doesn't exist yet. Shit. McDonald's? McDonald's is old. KFC. Alright, fine.
Burger Bing.
You ain't even got a flood ruckus.
No.
This has rucked my
Not
bud. You know what? Now I think about it.
This could be implemented.
Well, rampant capitalism probably isn't the best thing for this magical world. So let's, now I think about it, it's probably not the best thing to transplant fast food
Problem.
franchises. Well, no, the adventures wouldn't get fat because all you fucking psychos do is run around and kill monsters all day. But everybody gets mad at me when I make a bomb. Same energy.
I think some of the adventurers do the same thing, actually.
Somewhere right now, there are 2 engineers who feel called out for working on death trap.
Just my brain has been insulted.
Like somebody's talking shit. Yeah, that's all well and good, but can we please get all these diodes hooked up because this thing feels like it's about to turn on. Oh shit! Right.
Ah, yes,
Wait,
diodes.
it feels like it's gonna turn on. Oh god, it shocked me.
Like, oh god, it bit me.
The pixies bit him. I can see that.
They actually utilize, honest to God, electrical elemental pixies.
They don't, but the Vipera Empire did enslave a race of pixies to use for magical technology.
You're
Long
not
time
going to make
ago.
Kevin feel guilty. He's not technically a Vipera.
No, well, yeah, it's like nobody. It's been fucking 3,000-ish, 4,000-ish years since the Vipera Empire was a thing, so everyone's not blaming them. Unlike our world, people can let ancient history the fuck go. Like, after 100 years, people usually don't care, except the elves, but that's because they usually live that long.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, if they live that long, maybe they didn't care. But if they don't live that long, then they're probably over it.
Races like orcs and humans and, half-breeds and shit that usually only live like 100, 140 years, they hold a grudge. But, they're gonna die soon, so it's okay. But, like, elves, 200, 300 years, or fucking dragonkin, who are rare but can live for 300 years, 400 years, they were around to see the bullshit, so they're gonna be pissed off pretty much for the rest of their life. Yeah, but, like, after a little bit, so something that happened 4,000 years ago is like, man, fucking Viper gonna enslave me when literally humans own the entire continent now. Most humans are still as hurt that they were enslaved by a stronger species at the time. How it works, dude. The weak should fear the long. That works. The Vipera are long because, from snoot to tail. They are lengthy.
E.
Yeah, Kevin still has a tail. It didn't go away. It still drags around and does tail shit.
It's true.
It's true.
Okay. So this
He
time,
just developed a leg.
so you're very slow, and as always, you don't really know what to talk about. So the topic of conversation, courtesy of, you know, it makes sense that he'd hear. He's just Ricky's just. So Beatrice, how about that pregnancy?
Son gonna choke on something.
Well, he was, but you know, thankfully Faraji just there. I got you.
There, buddy, I got you.
It's like the dice like to roll like a successful inquiry about stuff like that every single time he's eating something.
So Beatrice is not exactly sure how to answer that, but she's not ashamed or anything. She's just kind of going to grin a little bit. Wasn't entirely expected. Rather happy. It is
You can tell
definitely making me hungry, though.
he's thinking about talking, but you can see him just. He's doing that smile he does, and then when you, Kevin, this is a moment of terror for you. When you watch, you realize Fuyu and Eerie have the same type of smile.
Yes, he has seemed to have shrunk back into shrunken his seat a little bit. Oh,
I can't even do
mean-
Eerie anymore. It's been so long. Like that was just a unique monster right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yuri now just talks in your head. She doesn't actually talk out in the open.
What Fuyu gonna say? What Fuyu gonna? Is Fuyu gonna talk? Dice roll says.
What the foo you doing?
Fucking. Well, actually, no. That's where you can leave it. Apparently he is. What's he gonna say? What's a good response to this? Well, what's a Fuyu response? I mean, I guess a Fuyu response is something like, that does tend to happen when you have unprotected sex repeatedly. Pregnancy. It's almost like insemination is an inevitability.
Well, that is true.
And you just got Faraji. Yeah, that's why she's pregnant.
Was he like pointing at Doru or something?
Yeah. See, Faraji has 0 fucks.
Mm-hmm.
And Doru's just going to nod a few times and grin. The fingers that her gears are turning into. I'm gonna be an ant.
Congratulations. Get out. Yeah. Ricky doesn't. Oh my god, Ricky has a sleeve of stickers!
Of course he does.
Yes! He has
Are they
this in
gold
his
stars?
inventory. There are gold stars and rainbows on it. I am happy about this. Why?
Gold star for Beatrice.
Fucking Ricky. That's a Ricky response. Here you go. Here's a gold star. He just puts it on her hand.
Kevin's danger meter is danger dar is turned up a little too high, so he's kind of just looking back and forth like, is this the part where I say congratulations, or is this the part where I get booted out a window?
Doru's just kind of like pat him on the back. You're fine.
Social interactions are weird.
Well, but
Don't worry, you'll live a long time. You'll eventually get the hang of it.
Noro hasn't even. He's just like. He finished. Oh my god, I forgot how hungry he was. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, that was 4 crunch wraps in a row in like fucking a minute.
Well, he was hungry. Just chowing down.
I guess being a mutation mage, it does really make you fucking hungry.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of energy to go.
He's still writing in his journal. And because apparently isn't as nosy, they're gonna try and lean over and see what he's doing, only to get a hand pushed into their face to slide them across the, a little bit further down the line.
So, how far is it to Fuyu's house from Fion's?
Go down the road, about 2.5 hours of walk,
Yeah.
give or take.
Okay.
There are horses.
Huh?
Horses exist.
Yeah. Do they have horses?
Yes, mostly because Alana went shut the fuck up about wanting a horse.
Alana likes horses.
I wonder why.
Hey, no. Alana's
No.
not that big of a slut.
I think you just don't want to be called out.
Shut.
Is it bestiality if Gloria has a horse dick, even though she's a bunny?
There is a difference.
Is it gonk or?
Shut. But I think after Fion's breakfast, he would ask to borrow the horse to go and visit Fuyu while his friends are there.
Given a no and then given a yes when stared at.
What?
They were told yes, but Tianthi has to ride with them because Fionn was taught a collegiate education, not riding lessons.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
You're having to ride bitch for the maid.
Fion doesn't care.
Just try not to get too grippy.
Fion knows better.
Does he though?
Yes, he does.
Do he really though?
Yes, he do.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you say that the maid was his first anyway?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they don't give a shit. They're the kind of person like, I'm a legit snack, bitch. I love that, by the way. I'm a legit snack. Yes, I think next week you guys will be fighting again, just so you know, from what the dice rolls are showing me here. So hooray!
Oh no.
Hooray!
Bad guys. Well, it's subjectively bad. Oh right, I forgot to put the BGM on again. Ah, it's okay.
Oops.
It's
Well,
okay.
no. Oh, you want to laugh? Fine.
No, I'm not laughing at that. It's just bad timing. I'll send a picture. Fucking stupid.
Alright, so since somebody wants to be a bitch, I guess it's time for us to use. Wait, where is it at? This one.
No, stop. Why?
They could show up here because of the concentration of power. It would be intoxicating to them.
Don't say that.
Oh, I'd like to see that fight.
What fight?
Dreamer versus every adult.
Even like Eerie and Fuyu.
Yeah, and pretty much every adult.
That's kind of intimidating if they would be a tough fight for Eerie.
Yeah.
Eerie, an actual god, yeah.
There's a reason the Dreamer only exists in the bottoms of dungeons. There you go. There's your BGM back.
Pretty.
I
Fight
decided
this.
that this is the one. This is the BGM for Fuyu's home.
Oh, it's pretty.
You're pretty.
It's called Sakuya. It's nice. So you've had your breakfast. Now you can go about your days doing. What would you like to do? Like, stop and think. What would you like to do? Not related to adventuring, but for once, while you have time.
Time to relax and do whatever you like. God, where is this thing I wanted to share? Oh wow.
And then you've got Naibai, who's having another therapy session after breakfast. Which it's just a very calm and polite talk and a discussion about past trauma betwixt the two of them.
Discussions over 10 jellos.
Well, Drake prefers mandarin oranges. But he'll accept tangerines.
Mandarins are good, but they're too sour for me.
That's fair. He's slowly making progress with Naibai. Today they worked on Naibai identifying another one of the root sources. And a little bit on accepting it as something that happened.
Well, I
In
don't
and of
think
itself,
they have any trouble accepting that it was something that happened. I think they're just it's mostly guilt and a fear of
Well,
losing
see-
control.
that's what they helped them identify was the guilt and fear, and accept that it's a possibility and it's something that might happen, but it's not guaranteed and it shouldn't control them.
Well, that's the other thing. They want to control it because yes, it's scary, but that's also really strong.
Listen here. You're talking Drake is literally has the same thing. You know
Yes,
the amount of guilt he has about losing control and killing the people that pulled him off the streets as an orphan? The man's almost 200 years old and it still eats at him today.
yes. Ugh.
But he did inform Naibai that tomorrow they're going to work on confronting that. Because to control it, you gotta confront it first.
Whoop, and they're gone.
Yeah, I expected that. I don't know, I wasn't gonna throw them in here, but it's like they haven't been here in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
It's like I remember they
Now you can
put up we weren't gonna do actual D&D.
Yeah. You can join the homebrew. We'll happily hook you up if you can regularly show up.
Yeah.
I've decided that if you can't feasibly give me a reason why you can't show up more than 2 times, not 3 times, you're out. We pretty much got everybody we need here because it's enough fun with just the poor 5 of us. Or 300 of us if you count all the NPCs. But by the time Drake does get done talking to Naibai, mind you, Mob's already gone off to go be with Sin because that's his best friend. Of course, he's gonna go fuck with Sin. It'll be around noon, and there will be oh yes, at the bar, just this enormous carriage. I love this man. Why are you so nice? Why is this behemoth so nice? I want to hug him. I want a body pillow 4 times my size. That looks like Mon's.
No, I'll do you one better. Just get a bed sheet.
Yeah.
Just this is my body pillow. This is a bed. Yes.
Get one of those like inflatable blob things and fill it with like pillow stuffing instead of air.
Or like get like a fucking one of those egg top mattress tops or whatever, like the mattress top, and just have that be Mon's. Heavy and comfy.
Comf.
Suyu himself stayed in an inn tonight or last night and has returned to the bar where he's just enjoying more drink. And he's going to have a conversation with Mons, apparently.
Oh.
Marianne, on the other hand, is going to go all the way to Mob's house to bully her two sisters and get into an argument with them.
Oh no. The three of them in the same house.
Oh. Well, look at that, but that means Mons is here if this beautiful person is here.
Oh. Yeah. It's been a minute since I've seen Mons.
A Drake moment. Come, boy, let's go meet Mons. He's literally using that as an excuse to leave the house.
He's just exit stage left.
Is Shadow just
Shadow can go.
need? Yeah.
Come, Shadow,
Siri.
bring my coffee.
Yep. I got you. Siri, hun, please don't wreck the house while we're gone.
He just... That's not Siri you should worry about. You just hear... Well... And just the slow drawing of a chair. I suppose if we're gonna have this conversation...
Shadow just grabbing Drake's coffee and leaving with them. Wait for me!
2 sugars in that?
Yep. So is Shadow gonna make Drake a cup of coffee?
Oh, you're just gonna put 2 sugar cubes in it from the little jar that you can see has sugar cubes because it's a crystalline jar.
Yeah. 2 sugar cubes and gone.
She does tease you. He normally likes it stirred with the tongue.
Not happening!
Really?
Just from the door. Not gonna happen from me!
He does. Those 3 do in fact fight, by the way. I'm not even kidding you.
Oh no. Why?
Because they always want to try and assert their dominance over each other.
Uh,
And the other 2 never win.
who's usually the winner?
It's always Vega. Ah, yes. Drake's only words. You are welcome.
Yeah, here's your coffee. Your wife said that you usually like yours stirred by tongue. I'm not doing that.
Not by yours, yes, but by theirs it's fine.
Yeah, that's why I said it's not happening from me.
Still a man.
As they're walking, Shadow's gonna smoke some of his pipe as they walk to the bar.
Of course.
Hey, you said no smoking in the house. I'm not smoking in the house.
That is true. I did say no smoking in the house. This is not the house. That is fair. As Drake walks by, just rub Golem mailbox for good luck.
Yeah.
Shadow's gonna look at it and just rub. Okay.
It's simple. He just puts his hand atop the little nub above the fist-sized hole clean down into its torso. Rub the Golem mailbox for good luck. We have a
Yeah.
letter. Hold on. Let me read that.
Naibai will give the golem a little rub.
Oh, I'm sorry. That seems adorable to me. It's because it's tall. It's a little bit taller than Naibai, so I just picture like a bunny, like reaching up on like their toes and just rubbing something.
Oh.
Yes, that does sound adorable.
Right?
When they
It's
both do it,
dead.
Shadow will do the same.
Drake is reading whatever the hell this letter is and sipping his coffee simultaneously, and he's going to politely ask Naibai if he may pet between their ears.
Nabai will fidget for a moment before agreeing.
They are very gentle, and they are very respectful pets. Only 3. Phone!
Yeah, I
Yawn.
go group sometimes. I don't know why.
Then you have Mons at the bar. It's where they've brought Naibai to meet Mons. So Drake can talk to him about helping them get into a hobby such as sculpting. These are really fascinating arms. Look at them. I like them a lot. Thank you. It is metal. Oh, it's the bunny. It's the Drake. It's the small racist.
Shut up.
I
Hey,
know,
Mons.
I'm not racist. I kid. I'm Roman. Everyone's a barbarian.
Yeah. I remember the one time we met, you punched me halfway across the ship.
You think that was a that's cute. No,
Well,
that was what is it? It's more like a fist bump.
that was just a go away, you're not worth my energy type of punch.
Well, I mean, most things are worth my energy.
It's good to see you again, Mons.
Very good to see you. Mons was just kind of scoot the whole ass fucking bench he's sitting on out some and pat his lap. Would you like to sit here, small Bye, that's your name. Oh my god, his legs would literally be like benches on their own.
Pretty much.
Naibai will go over and straddle their leg like a tree branch.
How are you this morning, gentlemen and gentle lady?
Feeling better than the last time we met?
That is good. Were you sick? Are you getting better? That's what matters. Your health is what matters. You should always take it serious. Fucking Mons pets with a finger.
Oh no, he didn't ask. Flinch!
It's weird, but he's so big, but it feels so harmless. I'm sorry if I disturbed you. May I finger pet you? Pet?
You really just gotta ask Naibai if you can finger them. Okay.
Wow.
Jeez.
Like Naibai would not mind Mons obsession.
Oh, okay. The dice have said that they will lean into the finger.
Oh,
That's adorable. Naibai is all the adorable,
It's true.
except for the part that belongs to Faraji.
What part belongs to Faraji?
They're adorable too.
I was gonna say, what belongs to Faraji?
A large chunk of the adorable.
He is adorable. He can confirm it himself that he is in fact adorable. So Drake and Mons will proceed to have a fairly productive conversation, and Naibai will get to hear them swap some stories. Mons' most of his stories today seem to be of time that he served in the Dominus, spending the better part of 2 entire years at sea, really only making land to fight demigods and champions.
Oh yeah,
Also,
like that.
informing them that he's making more stuff.
Like that one time he fought Thor.
Thor found out that he's not a serpent, he's a mountain. Ain't no damn snake. I didn't see that. But I suppose that's how's life. I myself am, as always, happily sculpting and molding and things. By the way, speaking of sculpt, you said this small one needs a hobby that's therapeutic. I would 100% recommend something as simple as sculpting. Possibly not stone, but perhaps clay. If they're interested.
I think Nabai might be interested in clay working. But they'd probably also see it kind of like an old lady's job.
I'll be right back. I gotta help with groceries.
Like
Understandable.
knitting fabrics and tending to fires and stuff like that. It kind of falls into that category in their mind.
Would you like the clay sculpt, or would you like me to teach you how to use chisels and stone?
Hmm.
I can kind of see Naibai using a chisel and stuff.
Yeah, that's
where basically she's got the hammer in her hand, and then the chisel is just for some mysterious reason staying in place on the stone as she taps it and moving around on its own.
well, that's kind of how she carves with the wood. Anyways, the object just kind of moves around in 3D space because I mean, it's not like they have to worry about cutting themselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I could see them going for that one.
And be like, "Oops, I missed." Okay.
Yeah.
No hand smash there.
You can hit as hard as you want when your hand isn't actually there.
I do have. Well, I don't have very large slabs of marble with me, but what I do have currently, I have very small sets of marble squares. They're more like rectangles. And some napping kits so you can work on a marble sculpture by hand. Or figurine. Start small.
Yeah, I think Naiba would go for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get you that set up later on. That where you can enjoy yourself. The beginning of an expensive hobby.
Oh no, Naibai has a hobby that costs money now. That means they need a hobby that earns money. No.
And they can't do like a Kane and just try and suck up to Mons for money.
Akane had her own entire farm.
True.
She had
That
like
didn't. That honestly did not stop Mons from making use of what Hadrian put there. Because, fuck you, nature. He is a fuck you. Oh god, I feel like I'll finger you would be a threat for Mons.
It would.
Regardless of context, yes.
Yeah.
I'll finger you, what, in like a crime or something?
Oh, you stabbed me. That's rude, mister. And just pokes somebody's chest and just collapses it.
Mm. Hey, Mr. Poke.
I think probably one of the most terrifying things he did during that festival to strike fear into people is when he literally flicked somebody's head from their shoulders.
Just flick.
Well, they had dropped a large amount of debris on him and thought that, yes, we put him down. And it was one of those, they're right behind me kind of moments for that commander who just got their fucking head flicked off from behind like a fucking, what was it, a
Like a
racket
bean.
ball.
It's like, oh god!
Like a post dispenser.
And just think, someday Bonnie will be that strong.
That's terrifying.
And she can already bench press fucking Fionn. And Fionn would have made it to meet the other friends who are done with their breakfast. And Noro has just kind of taken Kevin all on his own to go enjoy the beautiful Sakura Gardens.
So,
That's
are
where
they still
Kevin
at Fuyu's
will-
house?
Well, yeah, that's where fucking
Okay.
Sin's gonna stay, and Farazi's definitely gonna stay.
I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick.
When Fionn got there, he's not just gonna barge in, he's gonna politely knock on the front door.
Oh, yes, he's gonna politely knock on the village gate. Got you.
Yeah, he's not just gonna walk in, just like, yep, yeah, I know these people, don't worry about me. No, he's not gonna do that.
Yes. It is open via Kitsura and just a ginky deska.
What'd she say? What'd they say?
Alright, they thought you might speak Japanese. It's okay.
Fio-
Don't worry.
Fion's just gonna nod. Just politely nod and smile and walk in.
You are 100% saved by the fact that Shizuna's seen you.
Oh.
They're just gonna walk over and grab a hand and tug.
Ah, oh, hey, she's in a.
I'm back. And that is set
Welcome
way too low.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And yes, Shania can, in fact, make something out of the orichalcum. You will have been informed that because by the time you got there, Nori Ori had caught up with you and let you know your mother said yes. Out of nowhere, and then they'll just leave.
What? Okay.
They inherited the stealth trait.
Oh no, it really is them. Oh no.
Oh, huh. Apparently you could win an Olympic award for painting, sculpture, and architecture. Up until 1952.
But no, so why did Fionn get saved by Shizuna?
Because they were getting very concerned that he was just responding to their questions in Japanese with nods and shakes of his head, even though some of them were, asking if he was all right or if he's in distress.
Oh.
Chizuna has kindly brought you inside the home. Just, Dad, do we have any ropes that might fit Kyon? Yes. He gets distracted when he looks over and just sees boob. Sorry. Down the hall, in the same general. If you can't find them, then ask one of the people. But they're called servants. That's right. Fuyu will reach over and just grasp Ivy's kimono and slowly pull the top part closed a little bit to hide cleavage. And then there's that part of him that's like, no, and then he'll just undo what he did.
It's like, no, this deserves freedom.
Just Fion. Hello, Mr. Fuyu. Hi, Ivy.
Hello.
Yeah, I think he still struggles with Japanese like his mom did, so best that he
Ooh.
doesn't try to pronounce your last name. Hi, Fionn.
Oh, Mr. Ricky.
Okay, that right there is uncalled for. Mr. Ricky was a serial killer in Long Island.
What's Long Island?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
What?
A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. There you go.
What?
Chisholm. Right. Once more, a yoink to pull the whatting cat down a
That-
hall.
Ha?
You're not stupid. Don't act like it.
Alright. How are you doing, Shizuna?
Hi.
That's good.
Assuming you're going to mooch off of us for a few hours here, and they'll just throw a kimono at face.
He will catch it. I'm not really here to mooch off you for a few hours. I'm here to hang out with all of you. All my
That's
friends.
much
And,
more comfortable.
well, alright. Got a room I can change in? Or you want me to just throw it on?
You'll be fine. Nobody will see you. Throw it on and go about your business.
Alright. And Fion will do so.
And you'll find sin in the see if he's not trying to violate his pride to be.
Hey, so when are we going to have that wedding? Or do we know yet?
Somewhere Sin's ears are burning. What the hell is Sin and Beatrice gonna be doing? Let's find out. They could go bathe. They're always bathing in hot springs because they're lazy. They go enjoy a nature walk like Noro's taking the slightly drooling Kevin. They could go watch some of the martial arts being performed. They could just take a walk around the village and take in the sights and smells.
They could
I
play
think
patty
a
cake.
nature walk would be very nice.
A nature walk it is.
They could play Where's the Car Keys?
That's a good question.
What's a good question?
Sorry, what? Somebody sent me a text message in the background. I just had to answer it. Is it about the nature walk?
What was the question?
I don't know.
What was the question?
My brain turned off, so I don't know.
I guess somebody else needed the brain for a second. None of us had it.
I guess Kevin borrowed it while he was away.
We all gotta ask him about it when he comes back. Kevin, what the fuck? What'd you need the brain for?
What'd you need the brain for? We all forgot the question. Kevin, what was the question?
What was the question, Kevin?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Another thing is, who asked the question?
I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of interesting flowers in the nature walk, including but not limited to red spider lilies,
Oh,
irises. There are a few wisteria bushes.
I forgot what it was that red spider lilies meant. I used to know the symbolism of those, and it just poof.
I mean, every flower means something. If you stick them in a bouquet together, you can actually send a secret message.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's pretty cool. They're usually pretty vague messages, but the recipient can usually figure it out.
Yeah.
Yes, much.
Yes.
And then there's, of course, everyone's favorite. I'd say everyone's favorite entirely because Sucker Punch. There is also an abundance of pampas grass.
What grass?
Which are pampas grasses, which are very pretty, white flowers and such. Like they're like white. You've played Ghost of Tsushima. That area at the beginning that you ride your horse through and you feel the grass. That's pampas grass.
I have not played Ghost of Tsushima.
How dare?
Have you watched any Japanese action movie?
Yes, literally anything.
Literally,
Yes.
it is actually a problem in that country.
Yes, and you will have seen white pampas grass. They will have been
Okay.
walking through the fields of it at some point.
And just
It
they
comes
hold
out
their
of like-
hands out through it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's soft like wheat isn't.
Ah,
Okay.
Mob himself is relaxing. Nice not to be high intensity all the time.
Yeah. I think that Fionn, he's gonna spend a few hours out in the like little nature walk, but he's gonna, if there is, he's gonna find a place to sit and read his book.
There are places, yes. like the ground. You can
Well, he's
still
gonna
eat some of the wisteria trees and read.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
He's just got sin. It does get prettier here at night, though. I hope you will stay long enough to see that.
Was he talking to Fionn?
Generally, anybody that's walking beside him, though it's currently Beatrice. Where is
Okay.
the Farathi?
Okay, so what did he say? I could barely hear. I think I bumped my volume down earlier.
It's okay. He was hoping that you stay long enough to see how pretty this little garden part of the village gets. Where they grow all of their beautiful flowers and such in this part of it that's intentionally cultivated just for the beauty of nature.
Well, I plan on spending quite a lot of time here.
Because for us, he's a horn dog. He's really wondering what Doro wants to do, and does it involve doing Doro?
If I remember right, Doru is rather sore from her previous adventure. She would probably like to be pampered.
Ooh, massaging. Massaging of all types. Foot massages, shoulders, backs, muscles, foot massage. The gluteus must not be denied. That's what her and Faraji will do, is get a nice, like, technically couples massage going on.
That would
And
be
then you can look for the hot spring slash sauna that they all have. Courtesy of Ivy's earth magic to pull all of that through the ground.
That's right, she, after becoming a kitsune, worked on her elemental magic. I'd remember that she'd done that.
Pat, pat.
Me no have brain right now. Have much tired.
That is okay.
I spent a week sleeping on plywood.
Poor Ivy.
So, oh, hang on a second. So if you hollow out a space in the earth, and then, as a air kitsune, consume the air in that area, making it stale, and then bury it again, what happens to the air?
Well, it would probably filter its way out through the ground as it settled.
But it's stale. It doesn't move.
Oh, it'll filter back out. You can't unless it's
Like the
pure
weight
solid
of
rock.
stuff
It'll
on top of
work its way
it would
out.
kind of draw that down into the vacancy. That's my assumption, at least. It would basically make a sinkhole.
Hmm.
It'll poof its way out.
Well, if it makes a sinkhole, then that's a problem. If it filters, then would that be a responsible way for air kitsune to feed?
They can also just feed above ground.
Yeah, but that
Plants make
causes
feed.
problems.
Well, feed in like nibble constantly. You don't have to like gorge.
That still causes problems if they live in any one area.
Well, then you strap them to a large bird so that they can fly around and take pieces out as they fly.
You put them on a kite. Just, there's plenty of air up there.
Just small ing noises as they get pulled through the sky on the kite.
Well, see, what Fuyu likes to do is every month or so, him and Ivy will disappear to go eat food.
That makes sense, yeah. It's a hunger trip. Going getting them munchies.
Void Kitsune has probably got to be the best for that then, since, like, oh, I consume this particular element, and now there's this void here where an element used to be, and oh, I eat those.
I mean, it would be pretty useful.
They really are backwards logic as fuck, but I mean, how else are you going to keep the planet from disintegrating?
Pretty much.
Tourism. Wait, no.
Yes, the power of commerce is going to keep the planet from becoming a sphere.
Dude.
Yes, you just start trading the various elemental kitsune like Pokemon. That way they move around enough and they don't cause problems in one area.
Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. They all have. Every kitsune you steal, you get to steal a chocolate chip cookie. Worth it.
If you feed a fox a cookie.
You
Little
feed it
known.
for you will have in fact feed it a cookie. Like if you teach a man to fish, if you feed a man a fish, you fed him for a day. If you don't feed a man a fish, you feed yourself. He's a grown man. Fishing's not that hard. Fucking love that logic. Okay, so it's a very polite day. Naibai will learn to start sculpting just a little bit with napping tools. Mons will very actively just have them sit like on his lap while they're napping with that very large, thick, like leather-like material across her lap and thus over his as they nap. He'll keep. He's done giving her little leather gloves and everything too.
Oh, they came prepared.
Oh,
Yeah, Mob always comes prepared. Those little gloves that he gave her used to be Bonnie's sculpting tools, but since Bonnie moved on from sculpting and more into fighting and having sex,
As you do.
he's just sitting there and he's every now and then will reach around and gently take one of her wrists and show her how to nap this way or that way to get a different type of break and subsequently slowly but surely try and shape it into something. He also made her, taught her to make sure that she has formed a bucket between her legs with the cloth so it doesn't slide down and get on the floor and create problems later.
One does not simply fuck with napped glass or stone. It will end you.
Pretty much.
I would like to see napped metal.
You probably could if it was brittle enough.
It's not hard to make brittle metal, you just forge it wrong enough. Like, so there is the scale of malleability to toughness where, like, the more malleable a thing is, the less of an edge it's going to keep, but the more hard you make it, the more fragile it's going to be. So if you just keep pushing towards hard, eventually it gets to the point where it's just like, yeah, now it's basically glass.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is more carbon than iron.
I can in fact draw with this.
It is conductive. No, you don't understand. More than usual.
oh, hey, Dirk.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the brain go?
What?
Yeah. What was the what's the
Answer
question,
the
Dirk?
question, Dirk.
I don't understand the question, so I can't answer it. What are you
What was
talking
the
about?
What was the question you were
We-
asked while you were away that required you to take the whole ass brain?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't there for it.
Because you took apparently all of us, none of us had the brain for like 2 minutes because somebody asked a question apparently, and nobody knows who asked the question or what the question was.
I cannot be the linchpin. If I'm the linchpin of this group, we are.
No, it's because you weren't here. So obviously you were the one who was asked. So what was the question?
I don't know. I wasn't there for it.
Or did he have to use the brain?
I was lifting bags of food. Speaking of
That's
which,
probably-
I'm gonna go make another smoothie.
Ooh, make me one.
No, careful. You
It's
might need
blueberry.
2 brains for that one.
It's a scoop, a little bit of heavy cream, and some water. It's delicious.
I'll give you some heavy cream.
Boy.
Boy, read this. Okay. All right. It's a very nice warm day. Janaya will need that orichalcum at some point if you want them to try and forge something with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. I mean,
Fionn is gonna-
whenever they're done
well,
practicing sculpting or they get asked for it, they'll go give it to them.
Mons is happy to help her sculpt as long as she's comfortable.
Well, in that case, they're just gonna be sat there on their lap, like turning big rocks into small rocks. Until Shadow or Fiona walks up and like asks for orichalcum, and they'll just be like, yeah, here, sure.
well, Shadow knows nothing about it, and Fionn is at Fuyu's house reading his book on ballistics in the garden. Well, in the nature walk thing.
Apparently, Bonnie's just gonna sit down and poke Fionn, and just pretend like nothing happened. Just poke.
He's gonna look up. Oh,
Hmm?
good, Bonnie.
Mhm. What? What happened?
Oh no. How are you doing today?
Right? What as I can? I suppose.
Well, that's good. It's really pretty here.
Shame that we might die, though.
Hi. But you always got to try and find the brighter side of things.
That is true. That is true. Of course, you could just do what Ben and Beatrice over there do and just have constantly have action to the consequences of your actions catch up with you.
Hi. So, you think we'll live long enough to see the wedding?
Okay.
I don't know.
I still cannot breathe 100% humidity.
My bag.
It's like I'm gargling the air.
Mm.
Well, that's the
Life
problem.
has-
Occasionally, some hot air rolls by, and it's just like, ah! Just fucking
Let's find out,
choking
Bonnie.
on air.
Bonnie's just unafraid to yell out at Beatrice. When are you gonna marry him?
Oh, who's being forced to marry who? Just coming from somewhere else.
Well, Noro did take Kevin on the nature walk while he was drooling, and they're currently sitting themselves underneath a very pretty, quite tall stalk of purple spider lilies. Apparently.
Ooh.
Good job, Kevin. You made me weird.
So Beatrice is going to look around and then she's going to look over at Zen. When and where should we get paid?
Matter legal still. Anyways. Whatever. But that might just be advisable for that to wait. It's not exactly like I would say that's a very pressing concern right now immediately. Unless it's what you want, I suppose. It
I'd,
bother me.
I'd say it's something to consider for a while. Not not a life and death thing, but something to keep in mind.
That's fair. Well, there's here. Really, anyway. Sure, Nora knows a few good places where people can be married and subsequently have their marriages ruined.
Oh, it is very beautiful here. It's definitely high on the list of possibilities.
Thus, it does only get prettier at night. Sin just kind of stares at the sunset, and once it does finally start to get dark, the majority of the plants on this nature walk start to bioluminesce.
Ooh, very cool.
Because there's no light pollution here, you can actually see the stars.
And very.
Time for the second Sakura. Wait, where's my mouse?
Just random phone noises.
I know, right? Here you go. Enjoy the nighttime.
Ooh.
Faraji and Doro done got themselves all massaged up and are both equally enjoying the pedicure.
I think she is quite enjoying her pampering.
Well, he's happy to pamper them. Faraji's been adorable and loving on the tall leggy.
Yeah.
That does delight.
Just so you know, you have no right to be this attractive.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Wonderful. We can do it together. Because I'm adorable.
I'm thinking about what their kid would look like.
Not nearly as beautiful as Yon and Fuya.
No, that would be like reality breaking pretty.
Now to think of it, we actually haven't stopped fighting or really doing adventuring for almost a year. I mean, yeah, there's been like a week, maybe a month in between things, but they haven't really been like relaxation periods. They've been work or just doing stuff.
Or training.
Just sit here and enjoy this. It is worth noting that this little day spa is an outside one. So, you know, they're literally just sitting here looking up at the stars while their feet are worked on.
So they get to enjoy the view while they get their mustache. That's very cool. I need another Alex.
Faraji demands hand holding. That's lewd.
Oh,
Aww.
what a degenerate.
I know, right?
Doru is happy to help hold his hand.
They're both degenerates, and it's adorable.
Degeneracy is not a crime.
Faraji just needs to learn how to talk slime. She can send him secret messages through hand holding.
Yeah, he does need to figure that out. That was probably an interesting sensation for him the first time.
What's that when she used that to like kind of communicate?
Well, no, it's just if the slime's part of them, I wonder if it's ever tried to assist.
I don't know. I don't remember for sure how much they combine. They did combine. They're one now.
Then you got Bonnie over here. Just gonna reach over and poke Fiona in the ear.
His ear will twitch from the poke, and he will look over.
Can't you just get out of your book for a second and stop, Fiona, and realize? Look up.
He will close his book and look up.
Fiona gets to look up through the luminous, the very faint but beautiful red glow of this wisteria tree to the beautiful stars. There's a lot of them, and you can see the colors definitively. You can see some that are kind of an azurish blue, red ones and yellows and whites. And it just kind of looks like glistening specks of gold on a starry midnight sky.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know, the
Never.
problem that you have is you're always trying to look forward. You don't know how to stop and just look around.
You know, I guess you're right, Bonnie. And he's gonna put his book back in his inventory. I
You gotta have
guess.
to learn. Like Faraji, you can't just sail through life on a big cock and pretty looks.
Well, I'm not as pretty as Faraji, but okay.
No, but I have it on good authority. You've got a big cock.
Aye. You could say that.
And just Nora over there. Nora talking only to Kevin. My god, he is as dense as a wall of fucking lead.
Yeah. I know I had nothing to do with him. Had nothing to do with making him, but I think he gets that from me.
Yeah, I can see it. Your kid's gonna be. You know, actually, no. Your kid's gonna be fucking smart and talented. And I'm going to fucking spoil them. And you can't fucking stop me. I'm going to be Uncle Noro, who they will always yell at you when you're being mean and punishing them. And they're gonna run to me, and I'm gonna fucking, oh, you can't believe he'd do that. And then I'm gonna give them the Slytherin.
You know what? I'm gonna give your kids a BB gun and teach them how to shoot it.
You know what? I think I'd.
Everyone needs a BB gun.
Yeah, Scylla won't let me get him a dart gun. We've already talked about it.
Things are dangerous. I don't blame her.
Slytherin's dangerous, and yet here I am.
Is she as dangerous as a young kid with a dart gun, though?
Have you ever tried to take bacon away from her?
I'm not stupid. I'm dense. I'm not stupid.
Woo! Let me tell you something. Despite all that insanity, Norrell's just kind of staring up at the sky after stopping all of his writing in his journal, which for once he's left open. I wouldn't trade them for anything. I wouldn't even trade them for this beautiful night sky for the rest of my life, everywhere I look. Because I don't give a damn about any of the stars up there when I have them right down.
Well, two of you work well together. Very plain to see that you love each other, so.
Well, that's all I can think. I mean, I'm not very good looking. I'm a stubborn asshole, and I have zero regard for reckless behavior that I constantly spread. So I'm just thinking it has to be love or some sort of weird social experiment. Either way, I'm okay with it.
I don't know. She was, I think she was on the fence about beating my head in with that our first fight with what's her name, Crucia.
Yeah.
The evil bitch with the hammer. I think
I
she
don't
partly blamed me for that.
Well, it's to be fair, Slytherin has a temper and she likes to blame a lot of people. My fault because I kind of lied and said I was going to go buy her flowers, which I never did. And I think that's the real reason she was. But look, just take this. No toxic
Well,
hammers.
well, the thing I was trying to say is just, it was equal parts angry and scared.
Nah.
She definitely loves you.
Not bad for an orphan, though. I mean, elf. A fancy elf. That knows how to read and write 100% properly in more than 3 languages. That looks really good in dresses and scarves and really pretty in lingerie.
Well, to be fair, elves are just naturally gorgeous.
Aha! I got you to admit it.
I just have a general distaste due to some bad dealings. It's not a full-blown hatred.
But the thing with monkeys is,
No, those are abominations, and they deserve nothing but painful, burning death.
you know what? You can keep that hill. You deserve it.
They also have weird little grabby toes instead of feet. It's weird.
There are monkey species of human-like monkey people in this
Well,
world.
you know what? And I'm
somewhere.
sure they do well for themselves, but they're
I'm
not
sure
the problem I have.
Could you imagine would it be a foot job or hand? You know, never mind.
Well, do you not have one of them as someone you can turn into?
What are you assuming that I just have a compendium of everything that I smell on the air?
Well, I don't know how your magic works. Maybe
Okay.
that'd be kind of
So-
cool.
I'm pretty sure this is like the 5th time I've explained this, but I'll do it again because clearly you have the memory of a water gnat. So
You're not wrong.
I know I'm very aware.
You would be surprised at how long it took me to remember your name.
Yeah, I would, but it'd also be very hard for you to forget it when you used to that time that we all used to share an apartment and you heard it a lot through the walls.
That helped. I'm not saying that I was listening, but it's kind of hard not to.
Well, listen, I'm buying a house. That way you can have the apartment.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Yeah. Gonna need all the space at one point in the future, probably. Okay, so magic works like this. I consume essence of something. And if it's not spiritually more powerful than me or my allotted strength, then I can break it down and understand it with basically divination magic spread throughout my body. And then I can slowly use alteration magic to manipulate my body and change my structure to match it, with some modifications for things like, my organs to function and changing things that breathe stuff like sulfur to oxygen.
That sounds painful.
Oh my god, you have no idea how much it hurts to do it the first time. Like, every transformation that a mutation mage or a transformation mage learns, even, it's painful. It's not like, just because it's magic, it's not, ta-da, I'm this. No, it's, I like this. And he'll just kind of do just a real simple, basic one, which is the bear morph arm. So he's just got this big, swollen bear arm that has articulating joints in it like a person.
Dude.
This, see how thick the bone and muscle is? That you feel swell and tear your skin before growing back as your bone thickens and elongates and hardens and shifts. And like here, the nails, the claws, yeah, your nails get forced out and pushed away as it rips open, and you grow new nails for the first time.
Eh.
Yeah,
Well,
you feel it happen.
I mean, I kind of get that sensation to some extent. I didn't have legs before. I had to growing new bones and everything. Yeah, no, that's not a good time.
Which is why, no, I do not carry around a horse penis under my robes. That would imply that I'd have to be okay with the constant pressure of a shifting junk. Fine as is. I can do a lot with little.
Well, judging on the reactions that you got out of your girl, I mean,
Are you calling me a freak?
why do you immediately jump to that?
Because I know it'll put you on the defensive and make me laugh. Anyways, it's okay.
Rude.
No, it's just, I have known mutation mages who learn mutation magic in the excruciating process of it entirely for the sexual purposes.
Dedication, I guess.
I mean, I know a mutation mage that I used to actually teach stuff to and learn stuff with from our teacher at the guild, that learned mutation magic to change their sex from male to female because that's what they want. And you know what? It's fine. That's what makes you happy. You know my philosophy, Kevin. Live your life how you want. You fuck with Slytherin though, and I'll probably skin you alive from the inside with some sort of parasite.
I wouldn't dream of it. You know that.
I know you wouldn't, because you're the good noodle.
He kind of give a affirmative grunt and nod.
Look at that, though. And he just kind of points out to the children's all enjoying themselves. That one's pregnant with that one. That one over there wants that one to marry him, and she just wants to live free. But he's growing on him like a tumor. It's fun watching people go through the hell of relationships that we went through. Or mostly I went through, and there's you know. Who are you? Are you ever going to have a wife? It's just like bachelor life for you.
If it happens, it happens. I'm not looking for it.
I wasn't looking for Slytherin. I came to the guild and you were there, and we got paired in the same party, and boom. It
Funny how
happens,
things
man.
work out.
Yep. Sometimes I just wish my parents were here to see how well I'm doing for myself.
Well, I'm sure they'd be proud of you.
Well,
Because I mean, what parent doesn't want to see their child succeed? Even if they're not there to see this, knowing that they would, this seems like it would be enough.
Fuck, I can think of a few.
my stepfather to be, Siren's father, doesn't really like me that much. But you know what? He can fucking choke on a dick and die. I've already told him that to his face. I don't care. One day I'm gonna marry your fucking daughter, and if you got a problem with it, then fight me, you old elven piece of shit.
Well, old elves are disagreeable. Some young elves are disagreeable too, but you know.
I think it mostly pisses him off because you know me, I slur a lot. I'm sorry, I was an orphan bastard street child. But I have a high enough education standard that I can recite you any fucking play, and bitch, I write poetry. Don't tell anyone, by the way. I'll kill you.
I won't. I also won't tell them about Elfnoro.
Doesn't exist.
To the outside
Can you
world.
let me
it
hear
doesn't.
that?
No, there. Well, you can hear the yelling that doesn't exist.
I thought you say I write poetry. Don't tell no one. Yeah.
No, you didn't hear that either.
Okay.
Did you know a poem's ultimately what won? Of all the stupid shit I tried, it was words I wrote down on a piece of paper that won them over.
Funny how that works out, isn't it?
Like the world has fun playing with our emotions.
I'm convinced it does.
Just somewhere in a back room. Shit, they're onto us. Quick, distraction birds.
Distraction
Somebody looks at
pigeons.
a bird and it explodes.
No, distraction bird would be like Masa coming because she found out that her baby's having a baby.
I think she already did find that out. She was very happy and expressing that at previous dinner and such.
Oh, my hair! Ow. Okay, we're good.
Were you tangled?
Yes, I was, in my own finger.
Yeah, I get that from time to time.
Your hair
Also,
just
Dark,
gets to a certain length.
Naibai has successfully napped a tiny little figurine of their choice with the help of Mons.
Well, let's go with something simple. A fish.
Ah, this is good.
It's already halfway there to being 2D.
Well, look at that. You're doing very well. We should do a turtle next.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just Mons and Naibai sitting out on the front deck of Jania's bar. And you've got Janaya and Alana sitting there in the porch swing, just kind of watching this. Janaya can't help but find this adorable.
Oh, Alana thinks it's adorable too.
Even as they make caltrops in front of them.
Oh god, obsidian caltrops.
No, that's why basically the big ass tarp that Mons has is there. What's Mob doing? Yeah, no, it makes 100% sense that Mob would be thoroughly enjoying himself just some fucking tea with Ricky and Erie. Oh my god, it's adorable. He's asking them if they think he's good enough to marry a lady.
Oh.
I mean, Ricky married a god, so.
Yeah, he's like, Erie literally just looks at him. Richard? All right. Let me tell you something about love, my boy. Number one rule you have to remember: love knows no bounds in class, in society. What really matters at the end of the day is if you love someone and they love you, It doesn't matter if you're rich and they're poor and you're rich. If you're both aliens from another planet, which is its own thing. If they live underneath the water and you live on the land and you can only meet once every 100 years.
That's a myth, you know.
That you love. Yeah. There's this really wild thing about women. They don't care what you think of yourself if they love you. I mean, this is a I was literally basically a farmer, and I married what is essentially this beautiful goddess here, right here. Not that one. That's Fuyu's. This is mine.
Ivy's just gonna give like a saucy salute from across the way.
Now, I know you probably have your own, and I can understand, you go talk to your dad about this. He'll tell you the same exact thing. All of these adults here will tell you that. I mean, take a minute and look around you. Those are kitsunes, and she was a human. But those two, they fell in love, and there they are, and they don't give a shit. Hell, look at Mons and his wife. That doesn't work normally, but love says fuck you. This does. Now, then again, when Mons, most things don't work relationship wise because we only have a bet going that is, Yoo-hoo is bigger than most people. But that's its own thing, which you don't have to worry about. And then, I mean. So, Richard, you're rambling. I know I'm rambling. I do it when I'm trying to help. It's okay, son. It's gotta be all right. If you love them, yeah. I'm personally, I think you're a pretty good kid. You look good. You got shit together. You're smart. You're relatively handsome for. I mean, I'm all about domination, but you're not feminine enough for me. So regardless, I'm gonna move on. That's all.
Oh, someone did a bong.
Exactly. Just enjoy yourself. Don't worry about it. If you love each other, then everything will work out in the end. Is it right, Eerie? That is true. Hi, by the way. And he's just Fuyu will give an agreeing nod. Love really does trump everything. It doesn't matter. Even if it is love born of love. Like my own was. Though that's not very hard to decide or figure out. I mean, if you gaze upon me and think most of my actions were motivated by lust, like meeting her. But here we are, 20 years later. Well, 25, but still. Let's go enjoy the stars. You're not the only ones out here in the nature walk, by the way. Like, there is a lot of the members of this little village that little Fuyu's little clan that he's thrown up. They're out here too, just enjoying the night.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a moment of relaxation.
Foxes everywhere.
Foxes and peoples and such.
All of
Oh
the
my god,
yips.
there's a goblin in a kimono.
No.
A Gabono, if you will.
I will
Children
not.
had a relaxing day. That's good.
This is
And
good.
Naibai is getting to sculpt, which I think is adorable. But after, enjoying the night and treating yourselves to nice, comfy things, it will be time to rest. Mons has decided that he will stay at an inn himself. But first, he's gonna go get his wife and his daughter. Say they want to, spend time together at night. Oh, that is kind of fucking. They could beat the shit out of them. Well, I guess the eldest will always win that one. Here.
The eldest will win what?
Well, the eldest will always win that fight, or win a fight in this regard. We'll stop it there because it's 9 o'clock for dark and it's time.
Mhm.
I don't know.